Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. Here we are back in the garage. Last time we worked on a Katagiri Katsumoto. I believe that's the name of it. And this week we're going to be working on this Royale Crown. Now, the last episode, it ended up being about 20 minutes. And pardon me for breaking the fourth wall here. 20 minutes is not quite what I want to be going for. Instead, I want to be going for right around 10 minutes per episode. So let's take a look at this repair order here. And I noticed something occasionally when I'm looking down at my keyboard. Sometimes you can hear that in the microphone. I'm going to try and get better about that. So here we go. This is the order information for this car. And we've got repair all running gear faults. And then we've got sloppy car steering. So we're going to be in the suspension again. And as we saw last time we were together, that's a rather involved process. So we're going to probably be splitting this one up into a couple of episodes. So I hope you can, not fault me for that too much. But yeah, I want to make sure that we're keeping these two fairly low minutes on that. So enough about the fourth wall or breaking the fourth wall there. We need to do a little bit more before we really get into this. I have to say we recently hit 500 subscribers on the channel. And so that's a big thanks to you as well. So thank you so much for the support over the channel and on this game and on every other game that I'm bringing to the channel here. So big thanks to you, and we're looking forward to the next 500 and working towards 1,000 subscribers. But in celebration of the 500 subscribers, we do have a 500 sub special coming up. And if you take a look in the description box below, you will see a link to my Twitter and a link to ask.fm. Feel free to ask some questions. We're going to have a Q&A session, and feel free to ask some questions there or even in the comment section down below. And make sure to put a hashtag SOAP500 on it, just to make sure that I know that those are for the Q&A. So we're going to be running the question gathering time for, I don't know, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. Who knows? We'll see. And, it's all going to depend on how many questions we get and how long it's looking like the Q&A special is going to be. We want to keep that to around 15-20 minutes or so. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get into our job today. We've got repair all running gear faults, front shock absorber cap, rubber bushing, sway bar rear end link, and wheel hub bearing, and then sloppy car steering, sway bar rear end link on those as well. So I think there are only 2 sway bar rear end links, so we're actually going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. So it looks like probably both sides of the rear part of the car needs some work, and then we've also got some work to do in the front part of the car. So I think what we're going to do for the time being is work just on the front side of the car. We're going to focus there, and then next episode we'll take a look at the rear portion. So we'll see what we can get into and which rubber bushings we're actually going to be replacing. We're looking at repair with parts exceeding minimum condition, so 66%. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into this. We'll see which shock absorber needs the work. That one doesn't look too bad. We got the cap. Let's come over here and let's take a look at this. Again, moving this camera around is a bit problematic. Aha, yes, this is the one that we need to replace. So let's remove that cap right there. Just take a look at the inventory. Sure enough, 20%, we're going to be replacing that. For the shock absorber, we need to remove the sway bar front end link. And something is what's holding you. Okay, so the tire is holding us back there. So let's remove that. Again, we've got our fast bolt removal that we got a while back. We're still working towards 2,000 experience so that we can get another upgrade point. There we go. We can get the front end link here. And let's move the camera around so you can kind of see what's going on there. Remove that. Let's move this camera around. Let's make it a little more believable, shall we? There we go. Front end link. Can we get the shock absorber? Yes, we can. Let's come down here. We'll pull out that bolt, and there we go. So let's go over to our parts supply, and you know what? We'll buy the 2 parts that we need, and we'll go to the car part shop. It's going to be in the running gear, and we need a front shock absorber and shock absorber cap. So let's get that, and then let's see, front shock absorber, there we go, right in front of me. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. So there we go. Let's see about putting those back in, or you know, we probably need to take a look and find the particular rubber bushing that is causing the problem. We want a small rubber bushing, right? So we've got one right here, one here. It doesn't quite look like the rubber bushing we're looking for. And how about down here, anything? No, let's come over to this side on the suspension. No, we're going to come over here. Actually, I think this is a mirror copy, so we shouldn't see any issues there. Again, the repair order is for a small rubber bushing, and that may be in the back. So that's, no, I'm not seeing anything. What else do we have? We've got the wheel hub bearing, and let's see if that happens to be up here. Yes, so let's go in here. Let's see if we can get the wheel hub bearing. Nope, that's being held on by something. The drive axle. So let's remove that and move the camera around to be more believable. Eventually I'll get this right. Don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. We'll move this camera around. It's part of the name of the game, just kind of getting used to the mechanics a little bit. So we got our axle off, and let's take a look at our wheel hub bearing. Where'd it go? There it is, 14%. Not doing so hot. So I think that's the one that we need to do. And maybe let's go look in the back here just to see if the small rubber bushing is in fact back here. Let's move the camera up right there. Move it around here. That just says rubber bushing. So does that. Well, this will be interesting indeed. That's a sway bar rear end link that needs to be replaced. Let's go to the other side of the rear suspension. Move the camera up. Again, sway bar rear end link needs to go. Rubber bushing. I don't know where else they have these rubber bushings. Let's see. There might be one right there. That's one, but it's not a small rubber bushing. Let's see. Anything? Nothing. No, wait, what's in there? Yeah, I think that's the one. So we'll get to that when we are on the backside of that car. So let's go get a wheel bearing. And again, it's in the running gear, so we should be fine. Wheel hub bearing. There we go. All right. So we're going to come in here and we'll go into assemble mode. Yep. Let's go to the suspension. Let's go back to normal mode. Okay. We're going to put in the wheel hub bearing. And we'll get the one that we just bought. Then we'll put in the axle. Yep, we just have the one. Move the camera around. There we go. And then we'll put back in the new shock absorber, right? Because that's, that was on our list. Let's move the camera around again. Striving for more believability. And there we go. There we go. Good. All right, next up is the front sway bar link. So let's right click there. And then we've got one nut right there. Move the camera around. And nope, up. Ooh, Whoa, this is getting up close and personal with the engine compartment. Then we'll put the front shock absorber cap back on. And then I think, yep, I think we're good. Let's just come around, put in all of the lug nuts on this tire. And we'll take a look at our repair order. So we saw that the small rubber bushing is on the back. The sway bar rear end link, that's also in the back. And I believe it's going to be both of those as well. So I think we just have 2. So we've got 3 of these things done. And so far we've spent $197 on this job. And we'll see what we end up getting out of it. Got a little bit more experience, but not too much. We'll get more once we return the car to the owner. But that's going to be it for now. Let's just take a step back. And we'll take a screenshot. Let's go get the camera. And this is for our thumbnail. Yes, because I like doing that. And there we go. All right. So we got the car on the lift. And there we go. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, a like is always appreciated. And if you haven't done so already, think about subscribing so you're up to date on everything going on the channel. Again, hashtag SOAP500 either in the comment section down below, on Twitter, or at the ask.fm link that is down in the description box below. But that's going to be it for now. Join us next time as we finish up the Royale Crown, and we'll get the primarily rear side of the suspension faults that are still hanging around for this customer. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.